Hello, Facebook land. This is Chris Pickard talking live from Body Imbalance in Brookman's Park, talking right, internal communication, and today the immune system. Why? Because my passion, I believe my mission, is to save the NHS. How am I going to save the NHS? By educating people not to need the NHS. 90%, about 90% of all people going into the NHS, whether it's to go and see their medical doctor, whether they're going into hospital for things like diabetes, obesity related problems, lung disorders, cancers, heart disease, dementia. About 90% of all these problems are completely preventable if people really understood what lifestyle and choice is all about. And the immune system is a big one. So today's subject, the immune system. Okay, I think I've probably managed to write backwards a little bit. Anyway, have I managed to spell? Oh my word! Now I've gone dyslexic, which is always annoying. That doesn't look right to me. There we go. I knew that wasn't looking right. Okay, so I've now turned dyslexic backwards. There we go. So the immune system. And so here are the topics: D, C, G, G, Tregs and R. Those are the things that want to try and help keep me on track today. So why have I put D and C? Okay, I'm not talking about any kind of operations or surgical procedures. Vitamin D, vitamin C. I want to start basically with really basic things. If you have chronic immune system problems, so we're talking about an underactive immune system here at the moment, whether you keep on getting lots of colds and flus, you're always running a bit low, then it can be quite simple. Sometimes you may just be vitamin D deficient. Vitamin D is something we should be getting plenty of from being outside and in our skin. Basically, cholesterol gets converted into vitamin D3. It's not quite that simple, but basically, yes, cholesterol, one of the many wonderful things that cholesterol does is it can be converted into vitamin D3 as well as other hormones as well. So vitamin D3. Now, originally it was thought that vitamin D3 is just needed to get calcium into our bones, but it's far more important than just bone health. So what happens during a day of sunshine? During a day of sunshine, you will make what are called 20,000 international units of vitamin D3. 20,000. Whereas the RDA is, I see the 400 or 800. They might have updated it since I last really looked at the RDA, but I never tend to look at the RDAs because all the RDAs are is that's enough for 90% of the population to not get a deficiency disease. And with the deficiency disease of vitamin D is rickets. So the 400 or the 800 is enough for 90% of the population not to get rickets. So it's not even 100%. Whereas the optimal levels, I mean, when you think about it, if we get 20,000 a day from sunlight, then surely we should be taking and getting more than 400 or 800 IU. And that's right. We know that the immune boosting properties of D3 start when we get a minimum of 2,000 international units a day. And the anti-inflammatory properties, yes, the anti-inflammatory properties really start at about 5,000. And so scientists, and a lot of scientists and researchers around the world, healthcare professionals have been saying we should have 2,000 or 3,000 or 4,000 every day throughout winter. Now they're saying it should be 6,000. There are people experimenting taking 20,000 international units a day in supplement form because they're not getting sunshine every day. So some vitamin D3 will be good. Aha, there's Mohammed Al-Maghdadi. He should know what one of the G's stands for. Be no surprise in a minute to him, I'm sure. Okay. So vitamin D3, but vitamin D3 doesn't just boost the immune system. It actually is more important that it helps regulate autoimmunity as well. So it helps make your immune system work properly. It also stops it from being overactive and attacking yourself. So it's very important. So don't think by taking lots of D3 that if you've got an autoimmune condition, it's going to make it worse by boosting your immune system. It will probably help calm it down. Now the other thing, C, vitamin C. We are one of the few species on this planet that cannot make our own vitamin C. And again, the RDA is enough so that we don't get scurvy. And may I remind you that, you know, hundreds of years ago, we used to think that scurvy was a familial or genetic problem because father would be a sailor, go off, get scurvy, die. The son would go off, go and get scurvy, would die. The grandfather got scurvy and died. And nowadays we think heart disease is hereditary, but there's lots of science that are saying that actually heart disease is a very, in basic terms, perhaps a chronic form of mild scurvy. So vitamin C is very important, not just for the immune system, but also for the cardiovascular system as well. And again, 500 milligrams a day may be enough to prevent full-on scurvy, but we know that, for instance, when other species get ill, like say, let's take a great big St. Bernard dog, a 70-kilo dog, you know, size of a man, okay? When it's ill, it will make 70 grams of vitamin C a day. Okay, we can't do that, but we can ingest it. And we know that most people can take about 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 grams of vitamin C a day quite safely. You know when you're taking too much vitamin C because your bowels start to get a bit grumbly and not happy and can get a bit too loose. As your body says, no, that's too much vitamin C, dump lots of water in, get rid of it. But when you're sick, I mean, people have been known to be able to take 50, 60, 70, 80, even 100 grams of vitamin C a day, and it's all absorbed without any kind of bowel problems whatsoever. So vitamin C is really good to have in your medicine cabinet. And again, you can take, most people can tolerate it in you know, when they're sick, certainly they can take it in much higher doses than when they're not sick. But I always suggest taking either 500 milligrams or 1 gram, then waiting an hour or two, having another one, and then keep on going until you start to feel some discomfort, or just start by taking 3 or 4 grams a day for a few days and then slowly build it up. But I don't take vitamin C myself in huge quantities unless I am feeling really low or I'm doing a purposeful vitamin C saturation, because it's also important for, as I hinted, for your arteries, your blood vessels, all sorts of things. So I don't take vitamin C by itself, but if you're ill and you've got immune system problems, it can be worth giving it a go for a short period of time. So that's DC. G, okay, this stands for, and I've already spoken about this, Glyconutrients. Now these are important for 2 reasons, okay? They form little antennae on your cells so that your body recognizes what is you and what isn't. And a lot of people, especially with autoimmune problems and immune system problems, have problems making glyconutrients, or the right ones and the right bits from the stuff they're already eating. And lots of the herbs and things and medical mushrooms that everyone takes for boosting immune system or helping their health, it's because they're chock full of glyconutrients of different kinds that then help all kinds of different systems in the body. Our DNA, our nucleus of our DNA, is wrapped around a glyconutrient, one particular one called mannose. Glyconutrients also help stimulate the immune system, but they also help regulate the immune system. So again, they can be good for boosting as well as regulating, so they're fine for most autoimmune conditions as well. And in fact, again, a lot of people find when they start taking lots of glyconutrients in different forms, whether that's the magic Ganoderma that I now use in the clinic because it's chock full of loads of different ones, and of course it can be added to hot drinks, so you can use it in coffee and tea, so you never forget to take it because it's already in the bag, already in the coffee. So glyconutrients, very, very good. The next one, okay. So, are you still watching? Glutathione, or as my daddy used to say, I think it was, I have got the right person, I hope here. He used to say glutathione, okay? Glutathione is what's called a master antioxidant. It helps recycle things like vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, lots of other things. It recycles them and makes them powerful again. But also vitamin A, C and E make glutathione work properly. Glutathione helps remove toxins from the body. It helps because it helps with the liver. It helps fuel the immune system as well. So it's very good for the liver, helps your kidneys clean out, fuels your immune system, so it's good for the gut as well. All kinds of things glutathione does. Brings down inflammation, very, very important. And it's made from proteins. And a really good source of the things you need to make glutathione is actually high quality whey protein. But as soon as you blend it and you destroy some of the chemicals you need to make proper glutathione. So if you're using whey protein, good quality whey protein, never blend it with a blender, just shake it to mix it in, okay? Very, very important. And so yes, glutathione also can help with regulation of the immune system, so it doesn't overboost it because your body will only make what it needs. There are glutathione supplements that you can buy, but your body will never really go beyond what it needs to make or what it has the ability to make. And it also, glutathione actually gets broken down in the body and then it has to be reassembled on the inside anyway. So usually really good BioPure whey protein is one of the best ways to boost glutathione in the body. And also Ganoderma, Magic Ganoderma, helps recycle glutathione and makes it work better as well. So next thing I've written here, Tregs, okay? What does that stand for? That actually stands for T regulatory cells. And your T cells are very important parts of your immune system. And it's actually very often autoimmune conditions, whether you're talking about thyroid, whether you're talking about Crohn's, ulcerative colitis, all of the other, allergies, so multiple chemical sensitivity, hay fever sometimes as well. All these are autoimmune conditions in some way. They're some kind of allergic reactions to things. Very often it's to do with the Tregs, not enough vitamin D3, antioxidant problems. But Tregs, T regulatory cells, very often these are dysfunctional because you don't have all the right nutrients going in your body to actually make these things work properly. So they don't recognize you, so that they start eating you and attacking you and causing inflammation in your thyroid, for instance, or in your gut. So you need to make sure you've got the right things to make the Tregs work properly. And one of the things we know really upsets Tregs is you've got the wrong bacteria in your gut. And we know that certain toxins actually break these Tregs down and stop them from working as well. So toxins cause a massive problem with your immune system because, well, they poison it. They poison it and they stop it from recognizing yourself, so they can set off a lot of autoimmune conditions. And then finally, this is a supplement that I don't yet have in the clinic, but I really should because I'm recommending it all the time, okay? And this is called Restore. You can get it from a place called the Finchley Clinic in Finchley. So just Google Finchley Clinic and Restore. And it's a bottle, it's a liquid. What is it? Well, one of the most important things about your immune system is how it gets trained. And it gets trained by having the right bacteria in your body, your microbiome. And if you've got friendly bacteria, it's training wheels almost for your immune system. It helps train your body's immune system to recognize what's good, what's friendly, and what's not, so that it regulates it properly. We also know that the microbiome releases parts of its RNA into our bloodstream, into our body to make it work properly. And the thing is, bacterial communication, back to talking right, I haven't written it there today. Basically, bacterial communication is really, really, really important. And what Restore does is it restores bacterial communication. It has a number of other properties in it as well. It actually starts sealing your gut together. So really, it's one of the best thing for leaky gut because it actually just zips it together. But it restores bacterial communication and it has amazing effects throughout the body very, very quickly. So if you have got gut problems, if you've got autoimmune problems, don't start with a probiotic. Don't start with anything else. Start with Restore to start building things up from the inside. Okay, it has a number of different effects, but it's bacterial communication. Very, very important for the microbiome of your body and therefore your whole immune system. Right, I think that's enough information for one day class. Thank you very much for listening. So again, if you know anyone with immune system problems, they're always suffering with colds and flus, sinus problems, or you know someone with an autoimmune condition, something like thyroid problem, or they've got gut health problems, then please share this video with them and tell them that the best thing to do is to get in contact with someone that really understands how to bring all these nutrients, all these things together safely, because every individual case can be different. I'm pretty happy to tell everyone to take Restore though, and I'm pretty happy to tell everyone to take Ganoderma because I know that they're safe. And for most people, vitamin D3 as well should be absolutely no problem. Vitamin C you've got to be careful with too higher levels in some conditions. So if you do have a health problem, give us a call on 01707 662 704, and I will put up an autoimmune balancing Tregs recipe as well for everyone to have a look at, for a smoothie and for a soup, I think, as well. But yes, I'll put up at least one recipe anyway in a minute. Okay, live long and prosper everyone. Be geeks, be good, be great.